Welcome to another stream. Today we're going to continue the study we were doing yesterday, which is on Jason FABOK's work. So we're just going to quickly continue and try to finish up the work that we started yesterday. So that's what we're going to be doing today. If you're just arriving, please give the video a like. Smash that thumbs up button. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I make videos on comic book art and like art anatomy, and I talk about my art journey. So yeah, that's what I do basically. I released a new video today, which was on what makes comics arts readable and some of the lessons I've learned from this comic book artist. I've been looking at, it's something I try to improve on and work on, like, to actually produce something that is close to the standard. You really have to look at what the standard is exactly. So that's what that's what I'm doing, and that's what I'm trying to do. Hello Irene. How you doing? It's nice to see you again. I missed you yesterday. Yesterday some of my friends from my studio, my previous studios, they came up, and it was nice. We had a cool chat. Hope things are going well. How is studies going, Irene? How is uh exam preparation, exam preparations? Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. I couldn't finish this one yesterday. I started yesterday, but I couldn't finish it, so I just decided to take it on to today. Uh, um, Hope exam preparations are good. You said today you didn't study. Uh, you thought of it like a cheat day. All right. That's great. That's great. As long as you're covering everything like that you need to cover. Um, Hope everyone at home is doing all right. Your brother, your mom, your dad. Um, Hope everyone is fine. Hope work is good as well. You told me you work at like a grocery store or something like that. Hope that is going well too. Anyways, let me just get to it. And Pro came yesterday as well. He asked after you. Pro, did you? Pro did he won his debate yesterday. He won his debate. He dethroned. He became the new like debating champion as well. Uh, Yesterday, so it was nice. Told me all about it. That they were arguing. The debate was about whether if phones they were arguing for or against like whether phones should be allowed in school. And I believe he was arguing for, and so he won. They did a coin toss to pick like who would argue a particular side, and he didn't really care, but I think he was really prepared, so it was all good. He kicked his ass. Yeah, he did. He did. He kicked his ass. He kicked his ass. Random. Is that random dev? Hello, random dev. Hope you're having a nice day. You said, why don't I just put the image on a different layer and just trace? Because I don't want to, and I wouldn't improve then. Um, it's just like asking a child who wants to learn to walk to never try to walk, to just like keep using, what do they call those things that toddlers usually drive in? Forgotten the name. But anyways, if you want to learn to walk, you can't just scam your way there. I want to improve, and I want to improve legitimately, right? If I were asked to just draw in front of people, imagine I became successful that way, and then I was asked to do this exact drawing in front of 1,000 people. And what would I be doing then? Then I'll have to like begin tracing. I don't think I don't think that's what I want to do. I'm not saying I don't trace at all. Like there are cases where I would, but not cases like this. Tracing is good like if you're like a complete beginner and you're trying to get a feel for like digital art, and you can then trace. But like based on what I want to do, like comic book arts, tracing wouldn't take me anywhere. Welcome to the channel either way, random. Yeah. I got that. Someone once told me he looks like that he looks like Scorpion. Get over here. That he looks like Scorpion. And to be honest, I kind of see it though. I kind of see it. The idea of his mask though is not it wasn't really inspired by like the Scorpion thing or anything. I just wanted something that would like protect his entire face, and he's very wary about like smell. So that's the reason why he wears the nose mask, so that like if he enters an area where there's like a lot of toxic what's the word? There's a lot of polluted and toxic air, he'll be guarded. Plus it's connected to like his back, and he has, let me show you his character design. So this is his character design, right? And you can see he has a strap at his back area and this mini backpack. And this mini backpack, he has like mini oxygen tanks, and as well as weapons and explosive and things like that. So like if there is like ever, for whatever reason, he's like stuck underwater for a long time, he could like breathe easily, um something like that. And it also has some like medical supplies and things like that. um Arim said, bro, I have Mortal Kombat cards, by the way. I have Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Noob say Cybot cards. That's cool. That's cool. We don't, I don't know a lot about cards, to be honest. I don't know about a lot about cards. When I did watch movies, there's a lot of, they usually do this talk where they, like people are usually hyped up about like cards, like basketball cards, but I never knew anything about them, and we don't have like a culture of collecting cards in my country, so I never really understood them. Yes, that's my OC. Yeah, that's my OC. Real life cards, bro, like thick paper. Yeah, and I do know what you mean. I hear that they are quite expensive, like selling them as like collectibles and things like that. But I honestly never, like understood them, to be honest, because we just don't have something like that over here. uh I'm too busy worrying about food and electricity supply. Like before I came live, my, like, what do they call them, like network signal on my phone was very bad. So I almost thought I wouldn't be able to go live, but it finally came back on, so I was happy about that. There are parts of my country now that I haven't had light in over a week. Yeah, so yeah, apologies for for being a downer on that department. Apologies for that. I could research it though to get more knowledgeable about it. Um, I could research it. just working on his gauntlet. At first I really wanted to make this his gauntlet like really big, but then that wouldn't be like sustainable. Like it's big enough, and it's thick enough. So I thought like maybe making it bigger than this would just be quite unnecessary. So um, it has a lot of stuffs in it. I made it larger than like a traditional like gauntlets that other guys wear, like other like superheroes. Um, Aaron said, bro, 5 people are watching but not commenting. Sometimes when we talk in chat, some people are just watching and not talking. That's scary as hell, bro. Kind of creepy. No, I think people are just assessing the vibe. Um, to be honest, I do understand it. Some people don't want to like put themselves in the foreground. They just want to like um they just want to observe the vibe, and they want to learn as well without necessarily like being in the forefront. So it's cool. It's cool. There's nothing wrong with it. He said it's kind of creepy. um, hello Mace. Hello Mace Fernandez. Right? How you doing? Hope you're having a nice day. Hope things are well. My name is John. I'm streaming from Nigeria, and this is my friend Irene. She's from Turkey. By the way, a fun fact about Turkey: they have a city, a small city called Batman, like literally. Um, Macy, are you from like Argentina or like Portugal or uh, where else do they have Fernandez? Spain, because I watch a lot of football and I hear Fernandez a lot, and a lot of Fernandezes are usually from Brazil or Portugal or somewhere like that. Yeah, that's the first thing I'm going to like. If there's anything I'm going to tell anybody about Turkey, the first thing I'm going to talk about is number one, football, about the football teams there. And then the second thing I'm going to talk about, like fun fact or trivia, is about the fact that there's a city called Batman, literally. Batman. Like, that is so crazy. Yeah. Anyways, I hope you're having a nice day, Macy, and welcome to the chat. And thanks for like saying hi. I know sometimes at like little streams like this, it can be quite awkward to just um like want to stand out. So trust me, I get it. What's going on here? I'm just doing this thing where like when two metals meet together, there's usually like a highlight at the edges. Um, Irene said, "Hey, by the way, I don't have Instagram, but I watch YouTube shorts. I saw Spain and Turkey are making edits for each other. It's so good, bro. Azerbaijan is jealous of Spain." Is there like a rivalry there or something? Is there like a rivalry there? I have Instagram, but I'm not there much. The only reason I enter Instagram is to just post and leave. To be honest, but most times people send me messages. I don't reply the messages for a while because of the fact that I'm live. I said I'm live. The fact that I don't like going to the platform at all. Like I'm just not a fan of Instagram at all. So I just schedule posts and then I leave the platform for like weeks. So yeah, but what's the beef about? The beef between like Spain and they said they are making edits about each other. Um, we have a similar rivalry. I don't know like if like the one about Turkey and Spain is a rivalry, but um, hello Messi. Did you say shout out, please? Don't worry, you already like everyone knows your name already. Are you from Spain, Macy? Are you from Spain? Because I was trying to ask about your location, uh, to know. Yeah, but anyways, about what do you call it? About our rivalry, like the country we have rivalry with is Ghana, and our rivalry is about food basically. It's about jollof rice, and we have rivalry about football as well, but it's mostly about food. Who has the better jollof rice? So that's the length of our rivalry, to be honest. They do beat us though in a lot of things. So there's that. Irene said there are so many viral videos in social media, bro. Turkey and Spain made each other friendship edits. Spain threw accidentally a bomb to us and they apologized. What? Wait, is that like a as in like real bomb, or like is it like a figurative bomb? Like they threw a bomb and it was like, oh, oops, sorry. Like, how do you accidentally throw a bomb? How do you accidentally throw a bomb? Um, Azerbaijan is so jealous, bro. Some serious Azerbaijan accounts are posting. We thought we were brothers. You cheated on me. Wait, so are you saying like Turkey and Azerbaijan like are close? Um, they are closer than like but now like Turkey and Spain are closer than Azerbaijan. Honestly, the only reasons I know about most of these countries is because I watch football and I watch international football most of the time. So I'm just curious to see which countries have top players. But what is your own take on the beef? What's your own take on the beef? Or you're just like observing and enjoying it? There's definitely going to be a lot of blacks because of the cast shadow. Um, said, yeah, we're really close, both of them. And that's so funny that Azerbaijan is jealous in a funny way. All right. I kind of get it. I understand. We have a similar relationship with Ghana as well. They always troll us that we don't have 24-hour electricity. um, and then we throw them about their accents, their English accents. So it's just like sibling rivalry. Hello, hello, Man United 07. How you doing, man? Uh, are you saying what did you say? Load shedding? What is that? What is that, bro? By the way, welcome to the stream, man. Hope you're having a nice day. Irene said, but accidentally dropping a bomb, like ops, bad aim, bro. Like oops, bad aim, bro. Sorry. it's not. It's not Counter Strike. Yeah, like I was just like wait, like Spain actually bombed a part of Turkey, and they were like, "Ooh, sorry, that wasn't meant for you." um, yeah, I'm good too, Manu. I'm good, man. I hope you're having a nice day. Uh, Manu said, bro, in South Africa, we don't have power too for periods of time, like sometimes 2 hours or 4 hours, and they call it load shedding. Oh, that's what you call it. I didn't know. We call it we have pidgin English, so we just say like NEPA don't take light, so or they don't carry lights or light no day, something like that. So we don't even have our what we call it is not even professional enough or cool enough to classify it like as load shedding. Like load shedding just sounds like something sounds like a very corporate word. Our problem is so much that we can't even call it something like load shedding. Like there are parts of the country that don't have lights for a very long period of time, and there's this what do I call it now, power elitism, where like they just group people into like band A, band B, where guys like band A have most of the light, and you know other guys are left to be in darkness for a very long period of time. It's very terrible. Like Nigeria has almost like 3 times the population of Ghana, and the electricity distribution in Ghana is like a lot more than what we have here in Nigeria. So very terrible. Also, I didn't believe that like South Africa like don't have lights. That's like the one of the most advanced African countries. If you had told me they are part of South Africa that didn't have lights, I wouldn't believe you. I thought it was like probably Nigeria, maybe Kenya that had this power issue. Um, I guess we're not alone. Irene said, "You, John, actually, your voice it sounds a little tired. Are you all right, man?" No, I just woke up from sleep. I don't know. Like, I'm not. Am I not clear enough? I mean, maybe I need a mint or something. I hope. I hope it sounds all right. I'll try and speak up. I'll try and speak up. I'll try and speak up. Um, hello, Punch. Is that the name? Punch with like 8 H's. Welcome to the stream, man. I hope you're having a nice day. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for saying hi. Um, where are you chatting from? The floor is yours. You can introduce yourself. My name is John. I'm from Nigeria. I do comic book arts, and that's my friend Irene. She's from Turkey, and my friend Man United. He's from South Africa, and I had another friend, Macy Fernandez, I think. I don't know where she's from. Probably Spain. She didn't say. So yeah. Well, welcome, man. Welcome. Nice to have you. Um, yeah, Reem, thanks for welcoming them, by the way. Manu said, yeah, similar with us, certain areas have no power at all. Some have power all the time. Yeah, like it's quite frustrating, I can't lie. Um, it's quite frustrating. And then our place is pretty like can get really humid at times, like the heat. Some parts of the country are very hot. And then you see people literally being boiled like as if they are yams, because of how hot it is. That's why you see a lot of people like shirtless, or they wear a lot of wife beaters around. Um, Man, you said, and a lot of places have something called water shedding. They close the water to fix major problems and clean the water, then open it. Oh my God. Wow. I guess my country is not the only country with problems. I guess my country is not the only country with problems. Like we also have like serious water issues here. Um, but a lot of people have resorted to like digging boreholes by themselves so that they like supply themselves water with water. And most times people sell it, so they dig like a borehole and get like clean water, and then they turn it into a business. They commercialize it, so people then come to pay them for water. Or most times people just ask for water. Like a lot of houses are built in this country without considering like basic like water, like how they would get water. It's very sad, very sad. um Arimi said, I talked about the friendship with Spain and Turkey, and Macy didn't even give a shit. It's funny how ironic it is. Maybe she's just a bit shy. She's just a bit shy. Maybe next time, like if I keep doing the stream, eventually people will get more. What do they call it? Um, they'll get more like confident to be able to speak up and like introduce themselves and express their personalities. It just takes a couple of time. I mean, she was brave enough to say hi, so we have to appreciate that. Hello, Fortune. How you doing, man? Hope things are well. Hope you're having a great day. Hope your family is well as well. Where you chatting from? I'm streaming from Nigeria, by the way. Hello, Ismail Gamer. How you doing, man? Hope you're having a great day. The weekend is coming soon, so um, I know the weekend is a great time for people to chill and stuff. So I hope you plan on having like a great time with your families. Thanks for saying hi, every single one of you. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Warms my heart. Um, Man United said that the tap water isn't safe, so they started to sell bottled water at 5 rands for 5 liters at some places. Yeah, yeah, kind of similar with mine. You're asking my time. The time is currently 11:33 p.m. Where I am, 11:33 p.m. 11:33 p.m. So yeah, I think we do share the same time. Or are you guys like ahead of us or something? Yeah. Anyways, yeah, we do like packaged water. We call it pure water. It's like sachet water where they just gather the water and put it in like a leather sachet, and then they sell it like the drinkable water. So like people who can't afford, um, you know, to get like direct water, clean water, they pay for pure water, and or who can't afford like swan water or like canned water, they pay for pure water bags and they get it distributed to their homes. But it's quite expensive though. Like the bills do stack up sometimes. Um, Irene, you said, bro, draw Griffiths. I'll draw Griffiths. I'll draw Griffiths. Um, I'll draw Griffiths. Uh, Not now though. Not now. We'll see. We'll see. Uh, Manu, you said, oh, we are at 12:33 p.m. Oh, so you guys are ahead of us in terms of time. I noticed one thing I noticed about that our timing is that like Nigerian time and like even Africa's time and like the what's their name? Like Europe, like at least Western Europe, I think their time are quite similar to each other. And it's one thing I noticed. And but although like there are some times where, like for instance in Nigeria, the time is very, very close. Like it could be the same thing to like UK for instance. And then most times it could be like an hour behind UK. So it's quite interesting. Never really studied why though. It's just that some years, like maybe during summer, the time could be ahead, and during winter, the time could be um, the same. So it's one thing I've noticed about timing in comparison to like Europe or something. Irene said it's midnight. It's 1:33 right now. 1:33. I clocked you like 3 hours um ahead. You're like 3 hours ahead of us. Very interesting how time works. Technology is a beautiful thing. Like people from different time zones like can just communicate, and like for some people the sun is shining while for others like it's absolute pitch blackness. Um, I believe like USA now for instance, it's probably like they're what 6 hours behind us. Like so, for them it's like proper evening. Very interesting. Technology. Man, you said yes. Some games have their daily reset at 2 a.m. for us, but their time is 12 p.m. Yeah, exactly. Like we're 2 hours ahead. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Like the time just changes sometimes. The time changes, but I'm just glad it's like the same. Is quite similar because I do watch some streams where like these guys that yap about football, they talk about there are some people from like Australia and Canada and USA, and they do complain that sometimes the games are quite like very early in the morning for them. It's like 2 a.m. for them, and most of them have to wake up early and then watch the game, and they'll just have to prepare for work and then go to work from there. Um, so it can be quite hard like to watch live games sometimes because of the timing. Um, Irene, you said, "Hey, bro, I'm really curious. What's the religion of Nigeria?" Nigeria, we have like two major religion. We have Christianity and then we have like Islam. Um, they're about 50-50. Like there are states that are predominantly Islamic states. They're usually the northern states in our country. Um, and then there are states that are predominantly Christian. But usually it doesn't really matter. We do live like together. Like I'm currently in the north, and I'm currently where like it's mostly, how would I put it now? There are still parts of the north that are mostly Christians. Um, how would I put it? They are predominantly Christians that are usually that own like majority of the businesses, but the population is mostly Muslims, right? There are occasions where like we do have like conflicts and crisis and skirmishes, but you know, like every country has that, uh, but usually they are, I do have, I do know a lot of good people that are, and bad people that are both from, similar, from this, like both sides of the religion, to be honest. But it's mostly Muslim, to be honest. The way I'm seeing it is mostly Muslim. Muslims have the have more population. um and then we have our traditional religion, the one about there are actually people who still practice it, like who worship like traditional gods, like the Shango, like the traditional deities and things like that. Believe it or not, there are actually people that still do that. um it's quite surprising whenever I hear things like that though. Man, you said, yeah, but sometimes I miss games because when Man United play, it's around 10:15 p.m. and the game finishes around 12 p.m. Oh, yeah, 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 it's true. I don't understand you. I do get you. I do get you. I do get you. Yeah, because you guys are far ahead of like our own time zone. Like our time is quite, a lot of the time is quite favorable for us, like Nigerians, because our time is, it's a bit behind. You guys are quite ahead, so it's going to be quite late for you guys most of the time. Yeah, I get what you mean. But I don't watch all the games. Like I just pick and choose. Um, like I just watch my club majorly. Right? I don't watch like other clubs like that because it's just so much energy. It's like, to be honest, it's kind of a waste of time sometimes. So I just focus on my club. Um, Irene, you said in Turkey it's Islam, but actually I don't believe anything. One thing I don't like about Turkey is if you are a non-believer, they insult you and maybe they swear at you. Oh yeah, yeah. I get what you mean. Um, Man, you ask which religion do I practice? I practice Christianity. I'm a Christian. Uh, Yeah, I get what you mean, and Irene, I get what you mean. The thing is, a lot of the times, the problem usually is not the religion. A lot of the times, the problem is the people. Most of the time, like there are a lot of religious heads, and sometimes the religious heads, because if you're a religious head, you have some level of power. Um, because you have a lot of people that listen to you. So most times, the people that are in charge that have this power, they don't use it well. They take advantage of the people that and those people that are in power as well, they also have their flaws. They are not perfect. They're not perfect human beings. So um they their vices, they transfer their vices to their people. So that's why it's good to have like the relationship. um you have like you have your principles. You follow the principles by yourself. You don't like let any person in particular direct you. um of course there are authorities that that speak sense, but taking it too far sometimes. Some people just take it too far. That's what I'm trying to say. um Man United said, "Nice, bro. I have a lot of Christian friends, including you right now." Oh, thanks, man. It's nice. You're my friend as well. You're my friend. It's nice to have one more friend. I've made a lot of friends on stream. I've made a lot of friends on stream. I've made there's a guy called Ransford. He's from Ghana. I've made a guy called Noob the Pro. He's from US. I've made Irene. She's from Turkey, and now Man United from South Africa. That's quite cool. Uh, South Africa has Muslims, Hindu, Tamils, and Christians. Well, I've never heard of Tamil. I never heard of that religion. Those are the major ones. The major ones are in my country are just Muslim and Christianity, and then a sprinkle of like traditional like worshippers, and that's it. As you can see, we don't have an attractive economy to the point where we can like attract people from different religions. So you have more religion and more, what do you call it, diversity when you have a thriving economy. So people usually are interested to come. Yeah. Anyways, Arim said I'm his number one follower, by the way. Yeah, yeah, actually. She is my number one follower. Yeah, she's my number one follower. And I appreciate that, by the way. I don't take it for granted. Thank you. Hmm. Yeah, like I was saying, like with regards to okay, man, you said so a lot of the people from South Africa have descendants from India and Pakistan. So the religion Islam and Hinduism, Tamil come from those people. Oh, so it's like a fusion. That's quite interesting. That is quite interesting. That's really cool. Wow. That's quite cool. I'm absolutely hating the way I drew these hands. Absolutely hating the way I drew these hands, by the way. I don't like what I did. Yeah, so like about like Christianity, most people, they may have good intentions, but eventually, like, everybody just have a church. Like if you go to every junction, there's almost like a church in every junction, to the point where starting a church has become like a business to some people. Um, and people just use it as a way to just make money. They just use it as a business, and you know, there are a lot of scammer pastors, I would say. Um, yeah, it happens. It happens a lot. Well, we do have like, what do they call them now? Agencies that sort of like vet most of these churches and register them. So that sort of exists, I guess. That is looking very disjointed. I can't lie. I hate it. What have I done? It's not looking good, Brev. It's not looking good. Um, Aremi said, "Yo, bro, I know I'm early, but I have to go. I'm really sleepy right now. Good drawing. Good night, bro. Yeah, good night. Make sure you get a good night rest and try and study as hard as possible for your exams. By the way, um, good night. Um, Aman, you said, yeah, we have a lot of different races here. Mixed whites, blacks, Indians. It's a mixed country. Yeah, I do hear about that. Um, I do hear about that. I don't, to be honest, I don't know a lot about South Africa. The only thing I know about South Africa is that you have, I do know that you have like a lot of mixed people there. And I don't know, even the musician, I don't know. I just know them for Amapiano as well. And I know them for what else? You guys have better movies than um, Nigeria, to be honest. Because one of the one movie I watched, even though we produce more movies, well, in terms of like quality, you guys have like more. So I watched was it a TV series? I've forgotten the name of the TV series. Um, is it Blood and Water, something like that? Um, yeah, I didn't finish it though. I think I watched like 2 or 3 seasons, and then I don't finish movies these days. Yeah, but it's nice getting educated on it. Like the fact that they are Indians, even that's quite interesting. Indians. Like, how did they get there? Manu, you said, bro, the hand is great. Oh, thank you, man. It's just from my angle. It's just I can never figure out the perfect way to draw the hands. It's quite frustrating sometimes. Um, he said, okay, you can ask me questions about the country. All right. So I have a question, right? One question I have is like in Nigeria, right? Um, we have about like 200 languages, right? We have a lot of languages. I wanted to ask, how many languages like do you guys have in South Africa? And what's like the major languages in South Africa? And also, because I did study history and international studies, so I have heard about like we studied about like the Zulu tribe. We studied about like Shaka Zulu. I wanted to ask, like, how many like what are the major tribes you guys have there? And that's what I wanted to ask, also. Because like in my country we have three major tribes, Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba, and uh, which are like the main languages as well. Um, so we're like the majority, and then there's the minority. Um, you know, a lot more tribes, a lot more. So what happened is that like they just fused all of us together, and that's why like sometimes there were civil wars in some times in our history. There was civil war here and there, and like some people wanted to like separate and like form their own country because of the difference in tribes. And he said we have a lot of languages, but the main ones are Zulu, English, and Afrikaans. All right, Afrikaans is mixed with German and Netherlands words. Wow, wow, that's very interesting. Wow, I never knew that. Ideally, I should because of what I studied, but I didn't know that at all. So like which part are you from? Are you like Africans or like Zulu or like do you how many languages do you speak? Because uh I'm Igbo. In one of like the majority like tribe. Um and to be honest, I don't speak Igbo that well. Like I hear it, I can understand it, but I don't speak it that well. Uh, but there are actually people that in my country that speak like all the three major languages in relation to like English, right? And on average, usually there's like people usually speak about three languages on average. You know, I'm just not good at languages myself. That's why. Um, you said we have Zosa tribe, Swazi tribe, etc. Um, tribe, not tube. I don't understand. Did I say tube? Yeah. Anyways, so like for instance, now I'm in the north, right? And the north, it's usually like Hausa, and there are I'm in the middle belt rather, I would say. So there's a lot of languages in like this particular location, right? There are a lot and a lot of tribes in just this state alone. A lot of tribes in just state alone, and they speak different languages. But the languages that people usually use to transact and do business is one of the major languages, which is Hausa. So um, like a lot of people know Hausa here, and then they know English, and then they know their like normal languages. Oh, okay. You said you typed tube instead of tribe. Okay, okay. You said so you speak English and Afrikaans, but your home language is English. All right, all right, all right. We have like so because of like the amount of tribes we have. What we did is that we like just sort of developed broken English, or what they call pidgin English. So that's what we sort of use to communicate a lot. Um, so if you go to the major cities, the towns, like you see that you can converse to anybody if they don't understand what you're saying. You can just talk in pidgin and they will sort of get you most of the times, though, more often than not. So you don't have to speak their traditional language to them. Um, you said you guys have like 11 major tribes here, 11 including the two you mentioned. Oh, that's still a lot. That's still a lot. That's still a lot. Um, you said we have that here too. We use Afrikaans words and Hindi words in sentences. We make some of our own words sometimes. Yeah, exactly. Slang. Yeah, exactly. So, for instance, now, so we have the major tribes, right? So, like the words from like the major tribes, they'll just use that. They'll just use those words and just like create a word that everyone can just like understand, something like that. Exactly. It's the same thing here too. And our major sport is football usually. um it's predominantly football though, predominantly football, though there are a large section of the population that focus on basketball as well, but it's mostly football. All right, now I'm going to start adding the rendering for this character. I think I've added all the blacks that I need to. Now I'll start adding the detailing, like the rendering and things like that, to just make the character pop a bit more. Ours too said football is common here, but we call it soccer. But our rugby team is number one in international sports, and we also play cricket. Really? You guys are like what's the number one football team in the world? I think Brazil, Spain, and Argentina. So you guys are like the top guys in rugby. Wow, I didn't know that. That's nice to hear. That's great to hear. Uh, we don't have that much sports to be honest because well facilities. A lot of schools, both government schools don't have anything at all. Like that's like public schools, and then private schools it's quite difficult for them um, because you know they have no funding. It's usually a group of people that just came and founded the school, so the sports are quite limited. So if you want to be like a professional footballer, it's quite difficult. There's virtually next to no like routes for you to like become a footballer, and there's no they don't incentivize it. Like I believe you guys would have things like scholarships, like where you guys could have like rugby scholarship or like what do you call them, cricket scholarship, like where like top promising talents can just they can just like go to really good top universities but still play soccer or cricket or rugby. We don't have any programs like that. Our government is just eating all our money. Um, but like football is like an escape for us. So that's why you always see Nigerians bantering like on football online. You know, something we like a lot. Um, Same thing here. We have a lot of talent for soccer, but no funds. The players here are very good, but for cricket and rugby, I'd say they have funds. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I have zero knowledge about cricket. The only thing I know about cricket is that it's pretty popular and like it's an underrated sport in the sense of how popular it is. Like people don't think it's as popular as it actually is. And I hear it's like very popular in like India or something. Like probably like the most popular sport in India. And I think that's all I know about cricket, to be honest. Oh yes. Another thing I know. Well, in the school I went to, they were quite, they did try their best with regards to like sports. Like even though we didn't have like proper facilities like that, but they did do what they could to educate us. So I played badminton and I played table tennis. What am I doing? I played badminton and table tennis, and I think that was all I played. I did do track. I did do track and volleyball. I did do track and volleyball at some point. Uh, Yeah. Uh, Hello, Pro. Nice to hear from you, man. How you doing, bro? How's school today? I made a new friend, Pro. His name is Man United. He's from South Africa. So we've been chatting about our countries, and we have like a lot of similarities with each other. So we're just having a chat, a bit of waffle. How was your day, man? Irene just left. She said she was feeling sleepy. Um, so she had to go get some rest. Plus, she's preparing for exams. So I guess that must be pretty hectic as well. What's going on here? That's the wrong hatching to do. Uh, Pro, you said, I'm doing good. It's great to hear that you're meeting and befriending new people. Yeah, I am, man. I am. I am. Um, Mind you, this is my friend, Pro. He's from US. Um, he usually comes and chats with me um, every night as well. He's a very skilled debater, so don't like mess with him in terms of debating. He's gonna kick your ass most likely, and he's also good at football as well, and gaming. He's also good at gaming. Plays Roblox. I don't know why I can't pronounce that word. So if you are looking for competition, there you go. Um, Man, you said uh, in South Africa, they have their own soccer clubs. Examples, Kaiser Chiefs. Yeah, I've heard about Kaiser Chiefs. Like this last, what did they brought this new thing called Club World Cup. So I believe uh, Mamelodi Sundowns, I think is their name. Mamelodi Sundowns participated, um, and then I don't think Kaiser Chiefs did, but I've heard of their names, so I don't remember if they participated or not, but I've heard of them. I've heard of them. Um, but I hear like Mamelodi Sundowns are like one of the biggest, like not just clubs in South Africa, but like in Africa in general. Football clubs, I mean. Um, yeah, we do have clubs as well here in Nigeria, but due to like if you were to check like our stadiums, like the home stadiums of these clubs, they're actually very abysmal a lot of the time. So there's no good like proper development of talent, and like there are no great facilities. Only a very few have good facilities, very few. And so all these things just combine to like reduce the level of excellence from people. Like no matter how much talent you have, if there are no proper structures, you know you'll just be in the mud. So we have a lot of clubs too, um, uh, and divisions as well. But I've forgotten that one stat. There was a stat that is it that we have the most um, underground level football in the world, something like that. Some weird stats like that. I'm like, who did that help? You know, So because of the state of the country, a lot of our players have to like that represent the country, like the national team. They are usually guys that have been abroad because they have the quality, right, and they have experience with elite football. Um, He said, Man U said, but the people mostly follow the English Premier League, and major teams followed Liverpool and Man United. They have huge rivalry even in South Africa. Wow, that's like the same thing here. That's like the same thing here. Um, Pro said that's cool. Yeah, it is. So like over here in Nigeria, the main teams that we follow are Man United because they are the biggest and most popular. They've had the biggest success. So Man United are the most followed team, and then the second most followed team is Arsenal. Then the third most no, the second most followed team is Chelsea. Then the third most followed team is Arsenal. Then I believe yeah, Arsenal. Yeah, these are the top three most followed teams in Nigeria. Uh, he said, um, Man Man United said, I know the African countries have potential for soccer. So for soccer though, it's unfortunate that their talent is wasted by the lack of funds and development. Exactly, bro. You are spot on. Like there's a lot of talent here, like and that is showcased by the fact that like, if you look at countries like France, a lot of people like in France and like the top players that come from France that represent France and places like what do you call them? Even Spain, like a lot of them are like from African countries originally, but they just left because of war or whatever reason. Maybe they were just looking for a better life. They escaped, to get a better life, and they succeeded, right? They succeeded. Like we have a lot of players like who should be in the Nigerian national team because they have like national Nigerian heritage, but you know, like if I were them, I wouldn't even represent Nigeria myself. So like they are representing England, they are representing France, and all these other countries. See guys like Bukayo Saka, Olise, and like Nigerians, but uh, mine says so. Noob, how's your day been? Uh, Pro said, pretty good. Tomorrow I have my first soccer game this season, and next week I'll begin doing track tryouts for the first time. Oh, that's great, man. That's great. I like that you're involved in a lot of these activities, man. Like be involved in as much as you can. You're going to make a lot of really good friends, have a lot of experiences. So it's really nice, man. Do as much as you can, man. Do as much as you can. What are your recommendations on track? I mean, I don't have any recommendations to be honest. Like my what I was good at when I was in secondary school was like sprints. I was good at sprints. So I sucked at endurance. Like I sucked at long distance. So I was good at sprints. So like the 100 meters, 200 meters, um, 4x100 meters. I was good at that. I once did 4x400 meters, but God, I knew even that is a sprint, but like I was just gassed out. Like we did well, but like it took a lot of energy, like to do it, like too much effort, and I at the time I just didn't want to like do it. I could have done it, and I should have done it to be honest, but I just didn't want to. Um, but yeah, it depends on your strength, to be honest. My strength was sprinting. Like I was really fast. I had good acceleration and good speed. So although now I have a fat ass, so I can't run anymore. I don't think so. Um, you said I'm missing the chat here. I'll catch up. I'm sorry. Man United said that's cool. Actually, did you think of becoming pro, like joining a club? Are you talking about me, man? If you're talking about me, yeah, I did. Yeah, everybody thought about becoming pro, bro. Every single kid in school thought about becoming pro. Like not every single one, but like a lot of them. Because whenever we have finished, like if we had like Saturday activities, where we would go to school on Saturdays, we would at the end of the day we would go and play football and things like that. Everyone wanted to, you know, the boys that joined this really shitty football academies that were local football academies that were around, that were just giving hope to like children, but really they weren't going to do anything. So everybody wanted to become pro, but everyone worked at it, to be honest, but we just didn't have the facilities for it. Like there were no good academies. There was no like good pathways or clear pathways. Like, and you see a lot of people invest their early years towards it, and it wouldn't pay off because there's just not a good structure for it. That's just the truth. Um, yeah. I wanted to be a professional footballer. I mean, I wasn't that good. I was average, but like I had good potential. But yeah, it just didn't work. And it's the same story for a lot of people as well. Um, Pro said all the sports you do are purely for fun. Man United said, "Nice. I play cricket seriously. I play cricket seriously. I'd say, but I play soccer in my free times for fun. Yeah, yeah. I do try to play soccer on my free time, but like just like getting up and just doing it. I just prefer to just exercise here in my room." Pro said, "I want to do 100 meters, but 200 meter, but 200 meters the most. I think I'm decent at 400 meters." Yeah, yeah, you could try them and see your strengths. You could, time yourself, use a stopwatch or something. I've forgotten what that watch that they call that. There's a sports watch that they have and they use to like measure time. You could do that and test and see where your strengths are at. And if there's like a record for like the top guys in your area or in your school, you could look at their records and like see if you can match them, properly prepare and see where your strengths are, and then focus on that to be the best in that area. That's what I'd suggest anyways. Oh yeah, I also did short puts, by the way. Didn't succeed, so didn't do well at it. um oh my god, I'm not catching up to this chat. Yeah. Man, you said, "Bro, I just thought of a slang we use to identify people's race over here." Um, Pro said, "Is that a bad thing?" I don't understand. What context are you talking about, Pro? Um, you said, "Is that a bad thing?" Uh, were you referring to like something I said or like something man you said? Hello. What's the name? Let me look at it properly. I don't want to misspell. Hello, Lesser Trudy. Trudy, I'm going to call you Trudy. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for giving the video a like and saying hi. I really appreciate it. You said you're amazed by the work. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate. I appreciate. Thank you so much. It's a study actually. I'm just trying to like draw like this artist. His name is Jason FABOK. So he's a professional comic book artist. He's currently working on a comic titled Rook. So what I'm just doing is that I just try to copy their art so that I can see how I can improve my work. So yeah, that's just what I'm doing. That's how I learn, to be honest. I just copy. Yo, I'm behind on these charts, man. What's going on? Let me check. Let me check. Let me check. Welcome to the stream, by the way. These are my friends, Manu and Pro. You can call him Pro. Um, Professional noob Pro. You can just call him Pro. Um, yeah, they're just chilling with me and we're just having a chat. And thank you for the encouragement, Trudy. Thank you. Pro, he said my teammate who was in goalie. Oh my god, the chat's moving so fast. My teammate who was in goalie wanted to swap out, and no one was willing to swap with him. I ended up doing it. By the way, this was all right before water break. Dude, I'm drinking water, and right as I finish. What? Wait, what? Wait, your teammate was in goalie and wanted to swap out, and no one was willing to swap with him. You ended up doing it. Uh, are you talking about football? Um, Soccer. I mean, and not confuse you. I'll just call it soccer for you. Um, so you played goalie, like, but what's your like strong position? What's your like your strongest position? Um, I usually play wing, but I usually play on the flanks, like as a winger. But most of the times, like so that I can get into the team and like actually play, I just tell them I play like right back or wing back, so that I can be able to like play. Even though at the end of the day, I just gas out because you're covering a lot of distance. Um, Man, you said, yeah, he's very good at drawing. I couldn't. You can, man. You can. It's just practice. It's just practice. And thank you for the compliment, bro. It's just practice. Now I'm just reading the chat. I'm not even drawing. I'm just trying to catch up. Pro said, uh, I'm about to say, I just don't get headshots while in goal, bro. Right before I said I got headshotted by a random kid. What? someone smashed you with like the ball on your head, like yeah, that happens, man. That happens. You get used to it. It's quite painful sometimes. And like if the ball is like a really good ball that you guys are playing with, like if it's a really good ball, it can cause like a bit of concussion sometimes, especially depending on the shot. um Said, oof, I hate when ball hits my face, but a save is a save. Yeah, yeah, like you have to you have to like defend your team at all costs. What do they call it? They say you have to be willing to get stuck in and put yourself on the line, put your body on the line, for your team. Like that's the thing that gets your friends riled up, and they'll be like, yeah. It just gets the testosterone pumping to your veins. And then you just see like that part of your face is just red. uh, like even professional footballers most times do you see them that most of the time they do try to duck to get so that they don't get hit by like the balls, right? And I'm like, you're getting paid 300 grand a week, right? You're getting paid 300 grand a week and then you're ducking the football. Like, how is that happening? 300 grand a week and you're dodging the football as a professional footballer. Like, come on, man. Should be held to higher standards. Um, Hello. Wait, is that Jesus Blade? Is that what I'm seeing? Jesu, Jesu Blade. Jesu Blade. Yeah, hello, Jesu Blade. Welcome. I hope you're having a nice day. I'm missing I'm missing the chat. Sorry about that. They hurt when they hit too hard. Yeah, exactly. Most times they're just doing that for like power, so that they can just get the ball in the back of the net, like without the goalie saving it. Because if the shot is tame, it's um Trudy said, "I've seen your video on Mora, Lee, and Finch. Uh, uh, you have really good taste. Thanks, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it." Professional noob pro said, "Also, John, I get wait, I missed it. I get when you get confused between when someone is talking to another chatter or you. So I'll try to be more direct when talking to you or someone else." Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Um, Trudy said, "Just missing Jorge Jimenez." Yeah, bro. I actually know Jorge Jimenez. I do know him, and I'm a big fan of his work. It's just, I don't know. I've not come around to like, how would I put it now? Like the thing I did is that like all these artists, I do like them, but I like a lot of artists actually, a lot of comic book artists. But what I do is that I try to limit my exposure sometimes because there are a group of artists I want to draw like. So when I start like looking at all these artists and like seeing their style, sometimes I just feel like it can just influence, the kind of artist I can be. So I just try to concentrate on like these artists that I like and the things I like from them. But definitely I will do studies on like on Jorge Jimenez. There's definitely something if there's anything I like about Jorge Jimenez, it's how he like applies values. Like he's like when he does his work. I like that you know, his inking is quite different. It's a bit manga-ish sometimes, but it's he's almost like a different version of Damora, in my opinion. But like he's a very skilled artist. And thank you for mentioning him. You've lit a fire under my ass to to do more. I don't understand. Yo, Jesu Balde, what's going on, man? Yo, bro. Yo, we don't do that here, man. Come on, man. Yo, keeping it PG. Yo, bro, come on, man. Come on, man. Chill. This is not the place for that, man. Um, Trudy said, "I'm impressed by your black spotting. I still struggle to place them." Yeah, I am. You know what? I struggle a lot as well, bro. I can't lie. I struggle a lot as well. I struggle so much, like it's not even real. Like that's why I had to learn anatomy because anatomy sort of like made it a bit easier for me. Like so I sort of understand the muscles, like things, the way things work. So yeah, that's what has really helped me, man. That's what has really helped me. So I'm just like trying to, perfect the technique, something like that. Yeah, yeah. But the black spotting is not. I can't lie. It's a challenge. Like if I were left on my own to my own devices, I'd probably ruin it. So that's why I use a lot of references. I use a lot of references. Yeah. So the more I do it, the better I will get. Definitely. That's just my whole mentality around it. Truly, that's my approach to it. That's the way I see it, rather. Um. Uh. But thanks anyway. Thanks. Thank you. Um. Yeah. I don't know what this Jesus guy is on, man. But please, when balls hit your chin, it hurts. Come on, man. I don't understand. Is this like a double entendre or like you trying to be funny or something? I get what you're doing, man. I see what you're doing, but come on, man. Chill out, chill out, chill out. Chill out, brev. Um, yeah. But either ways, yeah, black spotting, something you have to work on, like to I need to see like my first like when I was adding the blacks in the beginning, like when I started the first time I learned about it, like mine was really terrible. I can't lie, really terrible. Manu said, "Where do you see yourself as an artist in the future? You're really good right now, honestly." Thanks, man. Yeah, I just want to be a comic book artist that writes my own stories, and like I'm able to get you know I'm able to make a living from like my own personal stories, like the stories that I work on. So that is where I want to be as an artist, to be honest. Um, but right now it's quite difficult because you have to make you have to make money, you have to make ends meet, and you have to provide. So it's quite difficult. So I have to, I have to take on commissions, I have to take on people's works, and that sort of like derails like what I want to do, like the time I would take to work on my own personal projects and things like that. So that's why it takes me long. That's one of the reasons why it takes me a long time to like finish a comic book page, because I'll start and I'll try to gain momentum, and then all of a sudden, I have a job and I have to take it. If not, like you know, I won't be able to like afford like internet connection to go online to talk more about arts, like and gain like exposure and things like that. So it's just quite difficult. I just wish I could be able to like work and make a decent amount of money to the point where I don't have to take so much, because I get paid very little, so I have to take on a lot of jobs to be able to meet up, like meet up to my bills. So yeah, but really, I see myself, as a comic book artist, a storyteller. I have a lot of stories I want to tell. I have a lot of characters. I have hundreds of characters that I want to tell. They probably won't happen in my lifetime, so I'll just that's why I'm picking a few, and I'll just work on them, and yeah, and see how far I can take them. And that's just what I want to do. Um, and when you see how much how little you can do in life, in terms of like everyone has a lot of grand ideas and things like that. When you see how little you can do in life, you tend to want to focus and reduce like a lot of distractions sometimes. um yeah, Pro, you said, I just remembered that while it's 6:30 p.m. for me, for you, it's like 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. over where you are at, Sean. Yeah, it's currently 12:33 a.m. at the moment. Currently 12:33 a.m. You guys are like 5 or 6 hours behind. Uh, United, I totally agree. Thank you, man. Thank you. 6:30 p.m. It's 1:30 a.m. here. It's 12:33 a.m. over where I am. 12:33 a.m. Let me see. Pro, you said, United and Jesus, do you know about John's comic book? Uh, the thing should The link should be in the description if I remember correctly. Yeah, thank you, man. Free advertisement and free marketing. Yeah, about my comic book. My comic book link. The link to my comic book is in the description if you're interested. Um, it's on Global Comics. The name is I Am Terror, or IAT for short. Um, it's still like a story I'm working on. I have a lot of issues planned. Hopefully, I'm able to be consistent and execute. Hello, Barry Adam. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate the compliments, man. I'm doing a study of Jason FABOK's work, and this is an inking of my own character. So I'm just sort of like using my own character to, sort of do the study. That's the gist, basically. Thanks for coming in and thanks for commenting, man. You're welcome. I appreciate you. Uh, Manu said, no, I didn't know about it. I'll check it out soon. I'm just enjoying watching him add the details. Thanks, man. Sorry, I'm like starting and stopping. I'm just trying to read the comments as well and engage. So please don't stop commenting. Like just comment, but I'll just try and like multitask. I suck at it, to be honest. It's probably why I stopped like listening to music and watching TV shows while I worked, because I never got a lot done. Because I'll always be raising my head up and looking at the screen, or I'll just like overreact to the music. Yeah. Um. Yeah, but please check it out, man. Check it out. Sub buddy. Trudy said it's a trend to make paid courses, and some less knowledge and some less knowledgeable than me do. I think it would be a good way to make money, to make your comics. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I will do that. Like, well, I don't want to. I want to give a lot of information for free, because I did get a lot of the information I have. I did get them for free. Even though I had to do my research, and but I still got them for free. So um I do know that there are people that like sell the same thing for free. Like, it's still the same information, but they still sell it like for money. But the only thing I would say to that is that, like, I just probably do like a Patreon, where I have maybe like an um exclusive tutorial or something like that. But yeah, I think that's probably what I'll do. And maybe like once, if I have like an exclusive or specialized tutorial, and then I would I probably won't need to be taking so much commissions, is what I'm trying to say. And then I could then focus on my comic book, and have more time for it. That would be nice. That would be nice. Um, but the thing is, I'm still learning, so I'm cautious about that. I'm cautious about that. Amani said, imagine you made an African hero that gets powers gifted by a certain god or something, and he uses his powers to fight something like a cause. I don't know what I'm on, but hopefully it's inspiration. Yeah, bro, you're spot on, man. Like, there's nothing wrong with what you said. Uh, I'm going to tell you right now. I've done something in that direction. I did start a comic one time with a friend of mine. Um, his name is Ohms, and we did a comic on like an African god, and we developed a story about 15 chapters or 15 issues, but it didn't really work out usually because of like our timing. So I was the one that actually cut it off, so that I can focus on like IET, like focus on this character. This guy is an African guy, by the way. Um, yeah, so his name is Oscar Odogu. So like, yeah, I have done something like that. In fact, let me show you guys a comic I worked on. But we didn't like finish it per se. I'll show you some character designs I did. This was like the first character design for a character called Ozosi. He's a Yoruba like god of hunting, and yeah, I worked on. Oh my god, this thing was not bright for a long time. So he's a normal like mythological character, but I just did a character design on him. This was the first iteration of the character, and then oh my, was that? And then I did some illustrations about him. So this is him, he and like monsters. Like he's like the god of hunts and monsters and the forest. So I was like, I was just inspired by that. So I like there's not much materials with regarding his mythology. So I just like made some things up with my friend, and yeah, we created the character. But I have like a new like sort of direction that I'm going with him, and this is one of the deity characters that I developed as well. I did this a while ago, to be honest. uh yeah, so like you are spot on Manu, you're spot on. I said, bro, I actually like that you pay attention and read every comment you get. It's nice that you're interacting with us. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. So this was like a comic book page in one of the comics we did. I eventually turned it to black and white, but it was like on the Ozosi character. He was like sort of like on an alien planet in like exile from his godly activities. So this is like an alien planet, by the way. And then I'm going to continue the comic, but this is one of the characters as well. It's an illustration I did of one of the god characters. I'm going to show you like his character design as well. The value work was not that great. Uh, Mine said create an app that requires people to pay for your courses and have step-to-step guidelines on how to draw your characters. We're not at that level yet, but it's in the works. Um, Pro said, "Wait, is that a joke?" Manu said, like they buy a monthly subscription for the step for a step-by-step tutorial. Oh my goodness. I think something like that already exists. It's called Patreon. So you just have to open a page on Patreon or something, and then you just like if people like you enough, they would support you. You just have to be an honest person and like um so this is sort of like a shrine or something. I don't know if that's showing clearly, but it's sort of like a shrine that's back here on it, and these are some of like the, what do they call them, the sentries for the shrine. I don't know if that's being shown. I'm going to bring it closer to the screen. So these are some characters in the shrine. So yeah, that I have done the comic and I did work on it, but I didn't complete it. So that's just the issue. Like these are some of the god characters I did. I'm going to show you the god characters. You know what? Let me. Sorry, my system shut down for a minute, so I can't see the chat. I'm going to get the chats and read them. So that guy is called Aganju, and this guy is called like Obatala. Is another character. Um, he's from like the Yoruba mythology. So and then this is her name is Yemoya. So these are characters. Yeah. So wait, I hope I'm not. I know what's wrong. It just seems like my network, the Nigerian factor has begun misbehaving. So this is Oshun. This is Oshun. Uh, and then this is another like uh, god character. So I have done something like that, Manu. I have done like this is a whole like page on like illustrations and things like that, and character designs, and this was the character design for that god character. Um, like some illustrations and things like that um on the character. So yeah, I have worked on it, but I just didn't like the way the story was going. So like I formulated something else. That's sort of like what I did. Um, like my system is really misbehaving. I can't even like I'm coming. I'm trying to sort it out. My system is having an issue. It's system practically made of wood. Anyways, I'm going to go back to the chats now and see what you guys are saying. Apologies for ignoring the chat. I don't know. I'm just having a bit of issue like managing it. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, I have worked on it. I have worked on it. It's just why isn't my chat showing on my pad? I'm not even seeing the. Oh my god. I'm not even seeing the chat. Sorry guys. I'm having some technical issues. I'm having some technical issues. I'm having some technical issues. Yeah. Okay. Let me just yeah. Um. Pro said that's not a bad idea, but I feel like yo, what's going on, man? But I feel like that's not John's vibe. Plus, he isn't known enough for that to be a good way of making money. Exactly, man. That is true. That is true. That's true. Like when there are more people comes, of course. Trudy said, I have to go to bed. Sorry. I wish I'll catch you again soon. Bye and thanks. Yeah, you too, man. Have a nice day. Thanks for showing up. And thanks for supporting me, man. And nice comments. I appreciate you. Hopefully tomorrow we'll see again. Pro he said, I mean, yeah, but his videos already do that. Um, yeah, bye, Trudy. Bye, man. Uh, man, you said, bro, I like the designs on everything. You should release them. Said, bro, these are cool. There's so much potential. There's so much potential comics and stories. They'd be really cool in an animation. I can imagine all of these characters animated and the storyline. Yeah, I mean they're cool. They are cool, but like how would I put it now? Like the stories were not like completely developed like that. So and we did we did write some issues, but like I'm just one person and I'm the only artist working on it. And I'm alone doing it. And then I also have this character that I'm working on, and then I have that character as well. And I have like 200 more character like and stories just like that I want to work on. But like I don't have the resources and time to like focus on all of them. So I just have to focus on one. Hopefully finish that one. And then like do others. But I don't think I'll be able to do all of them in my lifetime, to be honest, because there are a lot of stories I have in mind and I've written, but I just can't finish them because of how much work it would take. Like at least each of them will have at least 50 to 100 issues. And like the one I'm currently working on, there's one I'm working on. Um, it's called Crystal Society. It's about it's about magic mostly. So there's going to be gods and creatures and dimensions and things like that. Um, Something I would say like a baby Malazan. Um, Maybe not to the depth of like a story like Malazan, but something like that. Yeah, but that's the idea. And all that takes time. A lot of character design, a lot of like prep work for the story and all that. So yeah, yeah. But I do hear you, man. We'll just take it a step at a time. I just take it a step at a time. And to the point where I even like considered like just writing because of how much like work it would take, like just writing the stories. Um, because I don't want to say writing is a bit easier, but what I mean is that writing takes serious skill, but um, you mean you could describe like a battle scene in like 12 pages, and of course you need to have the skill to do that. But I mean, describing that battle scene and then drawing it is something else. It takes a lot of time and energy. Uh, I don't know if you guys are hearing me, and seems like the network is very bad. It just seems like the chat stopped moving. Anyways, if you can hear me, you can just indicate by just like sending an emoji or something. Manu said, I know what you mean. It's not easy to write, but it's easier to write than depict what you mean in the drawing. Yes, exactly, man. That's what I mean. Um, that's what I mean. That's why sometimes I do try, like, I'm working on this with my friend. So I had the idea originally, but my writing is not the best. So I just asked him to help out. Um, and like, we're just doing it together. So I just kind of want him to like keep working on the issues. He doesn't like need to wait for me to like catch up to the drawings because the drawings do take time, and he's sort of like stuck not doing anything in the process. So I usually want him to like just keep writing the stories and just keep going on, like keep moving forward. I'll catch up eventually, but so that like he doesn't like just wait for me for a very long time, for me to like show him the completed issue before he then works on a new issue. Sort of like what I ask him to do, so that we'll sort of be on track, and then I could just be reading those works that he brings out, and then we can review it and think about it over and over again, something like that. So um, Pro said, hey John, I'll be gone for a bit. I can tell you're almost done with the drawing, so I might not be able to make it until tomorrow's stream. Great job with the character. See ya. Yeah, see ya, bro. Have a nice day as well. Thanks for tuning in again. I really appreciate it, man. I appreciate the support so much. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, so that like that's just how I'm trying to manage it, because like this story in particular of this character, it's going to take about like it's going to take around like 100 issues from what I'm seeing. It's going to take a lot of time to like complete it, and I'm currently working on the seventh issue. So like imagine how long it will take, right, for me to actually complete it. So um I just want him to like just keep writing and writing and writing and writing. So like so that there'll be like a sense of urgency, rather. That's what I'm trying to say. Yo, I think I messed that up. I think I messed that up. Yeah, bro. But like in my Google OneNote, like the app, I have like a lot of plans and a lot of character work that I want to do. Like a lot of character work. I had this book when I was younger of like all the characters I wanted to work on, and I wrote some like cringe stories. But funny enough, when I went back to actually look at those stories, I got like inspiration from just looking at them. Uh, yeah, so I did spend a lot of time writing stories when I was younger. So it's just about developing them because they have like good foundations, like the stories. There's just so much to do, man. So much to do. I just wish I could just spend my time doing that and not like commission works. But you need money to survive, so you have to you have to juggle them at the same time. Is what I'm saying. And I'm not, and I'm very sure I'm not the only person that has this problem. Mine said, bro, you're really precise with your details. It's very detailed and it's bringing the character to life slowly as you add more details. Thanks, man. Thank you. Yeah, like, when you look at this guy's work, like guys like this guy over here, that I'm copying, you see they actually pay the same attention to detail. So I have to train myself to be patient with the work. Like if I really wanted it to look good, you have to be a bit patient with yourself, so that you can make it look as nice as possible. It's all training, it's all skill. If you try and rush it, you really won't get the same like effect that these guys have on their work. So yeah, this is where I'm at. Mm. It said, yeah, it's hard to draw what you feel. It's basically like the quote, easier said than done. Yes, yes, bro, that's exactly it. Easier said than done. Easier said than done. Actually, he has like a line that goes all the way down here like this. Mm. Hopefully, I did that well. All right, so just some blacks here and there, and we're almost done. So I'm adding these details here, like so that to add like rust. Like when you have like belts that you've used over and over and over again, you begin to see some wear and tear to them. So this is sort of like that. There'll be scratches here and there. You know, there'll be things that like just make it look like worn out. Um, because this is sort of like his battle outfit or battle suit. So he has to, it's something that he uses regularly, right? He's not like a billionaire where he can change it every time. So that's the idea. So you have to add some wear and tear to his, not just his not just his weapons, but his clothes, things like that. Yeah, yeah. Said the pen taps are like ASMR and your voice soothing, so it's all matching up. Ah, thanks, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Um, he said, "Oh, I know what you mean. Like the paint is gone, scratches and rust and dirt. Exactly. So like this stuff he's wearing, like I don't know if like, even if you look at movies, and that's one thing I like about most movies, like Avengers movies, for instance. That's why I saw something like that. Like even on Iron Man's armor, Like if you look at his armor has like scratches and things like that. Um, his his stuff looks worn out, even though he's a billionaire. But like once you see his suit like has like undergone some damage, you see scratches here and there, and it just adds like drama to like Iron Man's character, and it just makes it look cool. And I really like that. So it's something I'm learning to add in my drawings so that the drawings can have depth and personality to them. He said, but bro, why is the thingy below his belt not thorn? Like the thing that's flying in the wind. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You mean you know what? Like it's something that's part of his character, but like I haven't. Why haven't I like known the name of it? Right? Like this stuff has a name, but I don't know. Like this thing flying in the wind, it has a name, but up to these days, I don't know what the name is. I'm adding the texture right now um, because I'm moving from up to down. So if you notice, like in some of the hands, it doesn't have like the tier, the wear and tear. I'm going to add that. I just have to. I'm just going step by step. Mm. Just a little texture here and there is enough. Um, you don't always need to add so much. I don't like the way I did that. Yeah, that's better. Said dish clothes. Exactly. Probably like that chef what they call those chef clothes. Those things chefs wear. Dish clothes. I mean it's more for aesthetics than utility, to be honest. It's more for aesthetics. I didn't want to give him a cape because like I just don't think that would be his thing. I didn't want to give him a cape at all. So I just decided to give him something flowing, like something, usually you kind of need to add a bit of drama to it. So I just decided to give him like if there's something to add drama to the scene, something that flies, I probably just give him this skirt thing and then this hair stuff around his hair. So to just add like drama to the scene. And that's just what I just decided to use instead of giving him a cape. I really didn't want to give him a cape. He said, but keeping it intact still looks better than being torn. I like the look of it as it is. Yeah, thanks, man. Thank you. Making it torn will give it more drama, especially based on the scene that I'm copying. But I just don't want to do it now. I just don't want to do it for this drawing. Um, some negative spaces, some highlights. He looks like Sub-Zero mixed with Noob Cybot from Mortal Kombat. Yeah, you're not the only one that said this, man. Irene, before she went offline, she said he looked like Sub-Zero as well. I don't know, like a lot of people say that. And to be honest, that wasn't what I was thinking when I was designing his character, to be honest. I knew about Sub-Zero and I knew about Cybot, but I just didn't think of them. I wasn't like really thinking of them when I was designing it. The two main characters I was thinking of when I was designing, like doing his character design, was I was thinking of Batman and Wolverine. Those were the two characters I was thinking about when I was doing his design. So yeah. because those are the characters that like inspired him. That Batman and Wolverine are one of my favorite characters. So, comic book characters, and I have a lot of characters that are inspired by comic book characters, like major comic book characters, but they just have like Nigerian stories, African stories, like Nigerian backgrounds, and it just made them so much more different. Um, yeah, but I can see it. I like that comparison, to be honest. If people are seeing that, it means like I'm probably doing something right. Maybe the design looks cool or something. Um, Maybe on a later scene where he battles, you can tear it up a bit after a battle. Yeah. He will fight a lot of like fights. Like this guy, he's going to be in a lot of fights, man. He's going to be in a lot of fights. I'm telling you right now, he's going to be in a lot of fights. Yeah, so I'm just adding like there's this technique I saw where to add a bit of like wrinkles or something to a scene, like even adding something like veins to like a tight. You can just like erase some parts and just add something like this, and then it will look like a proper tight. I think it's so cool. I really like that stuff. It just makes it look it just makes it look unique. Makes the work look unique. And then textures around his clothes. He said his fists look like Wolverine's, and the stance gives Batman, but the mask looks similar to Deadpool as well. Oh yeah, especially since like none of his face is showing, like part of his face is showing. Yeah, I wanted him to be like well protected, especially since he doesn't have like superpowers. He's a normal human being. He has this he does have some like, I don't want to say superpowers though, but he developed like a serum, something like Hulk. Not Hulk per se, but he's able to like he's able to like gain like superhuman like attributes sometimes, but the thing just does have like effect on him, so he doesn't use it always. So that he can like even the battlefield or the playing field, and so that it doesn't die. Um, yeah, yeah. Creases, exactly. Creases. That's the word. Creases. Yeah, you see, like, let me show you an illustration I did of him, or some other illustrations I've done of him, of his character, so that you see like the Wolverine thing I'm talking about. So like this illustration, I really hate this shading, man. Like the blacks, I didn't apply the blacks well. Um, but you can see he's standing and he has this in his uh in his gauntlet, right? These things around him. He has like weapons and stuff, and he has these long claws. But his claws are one. They are single claws. They are single blades. They are not like three like Wolverine, so they are single blades, and they come out of like this compartment over here. Yeah, that was one illustration I did of him. Another illustration I did with like two other characters is this one. I did illustration as well. I did it a while ago, to be fair. You can see him like with the blade, and like this, the rendering is a lot more rougher. It's because it was inspired by Ryan Otley's style of rendering, to be fair. And then there's this drawing that I did as well. I don't know if you can see it. You can see. He said, he said, "Oh, that's cool. So he's not overpowered, but still powerful enough to have a good storyline." Yes, exactly. That's true. Like you don't want to make your character perfect, man. Like sometimes you just make them unrelatable, and you want your character, people to relate to your characters. Like the rendering on this one is like very rough. can't lie. But it was kind of the style I was going for. And these are some expression sheets that I did of the guy. This is him without his mask, by the way. So some expressions here and there. He said, "Yo, that's insane. This one looks really good, bro. Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah, I'll just add those arts to the next issue that I do. It will just make it like after the comic book, people can then look at the art and things like that. So yeah, these are some drawings I did for his expression, and there's another character in the story. Her name is Musa Rodiga. Um, so I just did some expressions so that when I'm drawing the comic, I can just look at the expressions and it will be easier and faster for me, along with their character design. So she has like an adjustable spear that she uses during fights. Um, and then there's another like character. This character has not yet appeared in the comic. She's appearing in this next issue. In this next issue comic. Um, yeah. You said, oh, the spikes look like Baraka from Mortal Kombat 2. Is Baraka that guy that has like claws and he has like I don't know, he has like sharp. His face is like ripped up and he has I think I know what you're talking about. Let me just check it. What's going on here? Baraka Mortal Kombat. Yes, exactly. Yeah. I got it. This was the guy I was talking about. Like with these sharp teeth. Yeah, he does look like him now that I think about it. In terms of like the claws, yeah. Said, yo, this is insane. This one looks really good, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, so for that lady, this was like the first like sketches I did. But then my friend then like made me to just add a bit more pizzazz to the work. These are some other illustrations of the character. Um, you probably see them if you check the comic. This one as well. They are not that great. They are just okay. Um, it says she looks like a female Spider-Man and like Jade from Mortal Kombat. People would think that like the characters are inspired from Mortal Kombat, but they really aren't. But I still like the compliments though. Yeah, I do get what you mean by like Jade from Mortal Kombat. She's the one that has the blue outfit, right? Um, yeah. This was the first like character design and concepts illustrations that I did for him. I did this one a very long time ago. My drawing skills were not that great at that time. Um, this is another illustration of Musa with her spear. Um, said no green outfits. Yeah, like there will be more characters to come. So definitely there will be more colors here and there. I did this one like during Santa, during like Christmas in when was this 2022 I think in 2022. Father Christmas is not coming to town, and then this another character in the story, but I haven't like fully developed him yet. It's in the works. And what else? This is an illustration I did a while ago, very long time ago, to be honest. I didn't go the like inking route where I added a lot of blacks. Oh, you mean sorry. You said no. You said with her hair tied in a bun, it looks like her. Oh, all right. I know what you mean. You mean Jade uses green. Wait, let me check. Uh, probably proper forgotten this Mortal Kombat characters. Jade, Mortal Kombat. Oh yeah. You know what? Yo, she looks like her. Yo, people would think I actually copied these characters, man. People would think I copied this character. Yo, people would think I copied these characters, man. Like I intentionally copied. Right? So I didn't, man. I didn't. Like I didn't. I promise. Yo, they do look alike, man. They do look alike, but like she wears green. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, that's crazy. Hey, Pro, how you doing, man? Welcome back. These are some illustrations I did of him, like in like normal outfits. Um, I since I stopped coloring a lot, the characters because it takes a lot of time to color. So what I did was that I just decided to start using blacks a lot. So that's why I'm improving, trying to improve my blacks. So these are some like other illustrations I did. These are earlier ones. They've been quite a while, to be honest. Yeah, so those are some like illustrations I've done of the guy. So I did this one a long time ago. Yeah. He looks like he could be a cop, the human guy in black. Yeah, he's actually an agent. Uh he's like an agent for like an organization in the story. So you are quite close on that. I guess I'm doing the right thing if he looks on first glance he looks like an agent. So I said, I know, bro, I trust you. Pro said, nice. Yeah, thanks guys for the encouragement, man. I really appreciate it. It's nice to like share like the works I've done over a period of time, and I appreciate the feedback as well. If you notice the qualities of like this my latest drawings, they are a bit better than those ones. Uh, in my opinion, they're a bit better though. I would say I've improved in terms of skill. So, and I want to keep improving. So that's like one of the reasons why I do these studies. So that the more I do them, like the more like my brain like develops and I, become better and elite eventually. And just details here and there. Just texturing, little textures to just make it pop. As you can see, like with just the black, it looks cool. But when you then add these hatching lines, it just adds a bit more pizzazz to the work. Just adds a bit more depth, rather. I think that's the word. Adds more depth. They're just dogs howling um, around the neighborhood. They're just howling. Mm. He said, I missed the chat. He said, they all look amazing to the normal eye, but I know artists always see the imperfections in their art because they want it perfect. To me, I don't see anything though. Yeah, you know what? That is my problem, and I have noticed it. And it's the same thing with my comic. Like my early comics, I don't like the art at all. Like the first 4, 5 issues, the art is not, especially the first 4 issues. The art is not like I don't like the art at all. But then I then see like how much I spend doing the comic books and like and I then see the comics like other people's comic. They probably don't spend that much time and like people still like the work. So I just have to like aim more for like to just progress the story rather than being like a bit of a perfectionist sometimes. So it's something I'm working on. I'm going to get better at it so that I can release more works. Um, I'll try to make the art good enough, not perfect, good, and then like the story should be the one doing the heavy lifting. To be honest, I mean the art should be good because the first thing I look at whenever I read a story, I don't care how amazing your story is. If the art is not like great, it's quite difficult for me to read them. So um, it's not snobbishness; it's just preference. So that's kind of how I am. I rate art first before story. And like if I want a good story, I'll just read like a novel or like an audiobook, something like that. But your art has to be good for me to rate your comic book story. It's just kind of how I am. Um, Sorry, I think I said. Pro said, well said. Um, Manu said, yes, it gives it the comic book character look. Yeah, it does. It does. And like that's kind of like what I'm looking for. um Pro said, I just remember the goats. I will never forget that thing. uh, yeah, yeah, that goat was a nightmare, man. That was nightmare fuel. That goat. Hello, Teresa. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. He said, "What kind of art style do I like? I like several type. I like several art styles, Teresa. I like a lot. I like comic book art styles, and I also like there are some portraits art styles that I like. There's a portrait artist I showed Pro. Her name is maybe Ruiz, and like she's one of my favorite portrait artists. Uh, where is it? Where's her work? Yeah. So these are her works. I don't know if you've seen it. Like these are her paintings. These are some of her paintings. So I like when like painting portraits. These are like sort of like things I like. I like my paintings to look like this, or at least something close to this, rather. So yeah, these are the like when I prefer different things when I'm in different mediums. So that's what I would say. So when I'm like painting portraits, I prefer to do that. But when I'm like doing comics, and if even if it's a comic portrait, I prefer it to look like this or like these guys. So there's going to be a lot of blacks. Uh, Teresa said, man, you said, bro, enlighten me on the goats. Oh yeah, let me show you the goats. The goat is about let me show you. It's a Damascus goat. Um, so we're talking about things that just like take us off randomly, and one of them for me is it's a Damascus goat, and these are Damascus goats. You can see how like have you ever seen a goat like that, bro? I'm pretty sure you don't have anything like this in South Africa. It's the creepiest goat ever known to man, in my opinion. Like look at his look at his pupil. That's just scary, man. I'm sure that'll be imprinted in your brain for the rest of your life. Yeah, all thanks to Pro, by the way. all thanks to Pro. Pro is the one that reminded us of this creature. Like just look at that. Like its head is like a mountain. It's like a billy club. Yeah, so that's terrible. Yeah, Teresa said, uh, you said, oh, bro, those look like character jinx from Arcane. That's kind of Asta. Yeah, 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 exactly. I don't know if she worked on Arcane, but I don't know if you've checked out Intergalactic. This movie, I'm pretty sure you know this movie. Um, now what's his name? That Kid Cudi acted. Well, he voice acted. It's her art style that was used for the animated show, I say animated, the movie. Her art style was what was used for the movie. She's one of the major artists behind it. So, like, she worked on the movie. So, yeah, I knew her a lot before the movie. So, but like, I really liked her art style. So, I copied it. Um, Teresa said, by the way, great drawing. Thank you so much, Teresa. Thank you. And thank you for tuning in and, just commenting and showing love. I appreciate it. Uh, Man, you said yo. I believe that's in regards to the goat. Um, yeah, so I guess that would be a little inside joke that we have amongst ourselves. The Damascus goats. Um, Teresa said, OMG. I'm sure that goat was quite Pro said, I'm gonna call that goat cutesy patooey. Cutesy patooey. Pat patooey. Tutti. Right? Did I pronounce that well? Cutesy patooty. Yeah, by the way, Pro believes he can tame like a goat like that. I don't believe that that goat is tameable, man. Um, it looks like a problem child. Man, you said actually having a villain with that face would look cool. Like a face similar to that goat's face. Yeah, it'd be like a rugged villain. Kind of like that. What's the name of that creature in The Hobbit? There was a dragon in The Hobbit that had like a scary face. Smog, I think is his name. And then like he talks. Yeah, that would be really scary. Uh, that would be really scary. Yo, that dragon scared me when I was young, but I was amazed by the size of it. I was in, awe. I was in awe of that creature. And then I liked the Ed Sheeran soundtrack. Oh, misty eye of the mountain below. Keep careful watch of my brother's soul. And should the sky be filled with fire and snow, keep careful watch over Jordan's son. Yeah, I love that song, man. I played that song over and over and over again. You said I don't believe it. I know it. Okay, man. Okay, I trust you. I trust you. I believe you'll be like what's the name of that character from what's the name of that show? Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. There's this Harry Potter like spin-off uh, about a character. He just goes and finds magical creatures and he tames them. Uh, I really like that. I really like that show, that movie. I mean, and they showed young Professor Dumbledore. Dumbledore. Um, oh yeah, patoti, patuti, patuti. Okay, patuti, pronounced like that. Oh yeah, QT patuti. Okay, okay. Probably my Nigerian accent is just in the way. It's just in the way, like um said me and Kitsi Patuti are gonna be besties. Trust. Yeah, I trust you, man. I trust you. I trust you. All right, so I'm gonna do some of the background, the background work. Yo, look at that. Just add more depth to the look of the character. My my YouTube started kicking me out. I don't understand. Wait, am I missing something? You said your man. You said your YouTube started kicking you out. Yo, look at that. I'm going to be a bit more loose with this background because otherwise I'm going to spend eternity like doing his work. So, and I don't want that. So I'm going to be a bit more liberal or like free and not so focused on like detailing. He said, oh wait, hope it's not my network. Hope, I can't lie, man. My network does tend to misbehave. Um, Teresa said, which character is that? Is it yours? Yes, it's mine. This one is a like real DC character. It's a character from DC Comics. His name is Owlman. It's illustrated by an artist called Jason FABOK or FABOK. I don't really know the pronunciation. Um, yeah, so I'm just like copying it, but I'm using my own character to draw it. So that's the idea. Said, oh my god, it was glitching. It was probably my network. It's probably my network. I wouldn't hold it against our network providers. And the network is pretty bad over here. Uh, Pro, you said, John, your study streams are awesome. Not only do we get to see you draw characters and learn things about art, but we also get to talk about many other enjoyable things with more and more people. Yeah, man. Like I'm enjoying it as well. That's the point. When I started it, it was quite lonely, to be honest, for like a couple of days. There were days where I would just spend hours just talking to myself, and like like a crazy man. Like if you go to my earlier streams, there were people, of course, that would just like come in and just say hi. But sometimes it was pretty lonely. But yeah, I like when you enjoy doing something, like drawing, for instance. Like I don't need any motivation to draw. I just need like discipline to add more urgency whenever I draw. So that's just the only thing about like drawing for me. Uh, so it was pretty easy to just keep drawing, and eventually like people came in, once in a while. Um, Irene is the one that really made it lively because she always like she like comes in like constantly, and we just talk about random stuff. And my friends like from the studio would like come in once in a while, like if they are not busy, and just spend like 30 minutes or an hour with me or something like that. So yeah, Yeah, but like, you are patient with it and you keep going at something. You either get better or you just destroy yourself. So I didn't destroy myself, so I just got better, I guess. Um, he said, Manu said, yeah, he actually taught me a lot about art. I didn't know about much about it, but now I know some stuff. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're learning something, and hopefully, I keep impacting the little that I learn into your brains and make you guys better as well. I appreciate the support, man. Thank you guys so much. Uh, He said, man, you said, no, it was my phone. It's a Huawei. You know what? We pronounce it Huawei, like in Nigeria here. But I heard the real pronunciation is Huawei. Is that true? Like the phone brand, I mean. He said and it doesn't like support YouTube. So I use Gbox and it crashes sometimes. It helps run Google and YouTube on the phone. Wait, it doesn't support YouTube? Like, what phone doesn't support YouTube? Wait, is it like is it a Chinese brand? The phone? Because I know like Chinese they usually ban like a lot of Western stuff. He said it's late, so I'm not using my laptop or iPad because the lights aren't good for my eyes. I already use glasses. Oh my, sorry, bro. Sorry, man. Sorry. Oh, you already use glasses. You know when I draw at night, I try to use this like you can see like the environment is kind of bright. I try to use like lights to so that like it will even during daytime if you use a phone or a device during daytime, like the natural light will just sort of it will just sort of mitigate the heavy light that's coming from what do they call it now? The heavy light that's coming from the screen. So what I do for that at night time is that I just turn on the light and like bring it closer to my face a bit, like not to reflect on my face directly, but to even the light of the surroundings so that the light won't affect my eyes so much. That's what I try to do so that I can work for hours without like blinking heavily. You know when your eyes start itching you, like it's not good. Um, Teresa, sorry I ignored your message. He said we all talk to ourselves while drawing drawing the canon event. Exactly. I guess I'm not alone in that as well. Um, and one thing I try to do is that I try to because I distract myself a lot when um, when I draw, and what is happening there is just like my brain trying to look for alternatives not to walk or to slow down the walk. At least I believe that's what's happening. So it just sort of looks for distractions to keep you from walking. So it will make you turn on music or like turn on a podcast. When ideally you should just like focus on the drawing and you will see how much faster you are. So yeah, I try to distract myself, but I do try not to. The times when I'm successful and and I don't actually distract myself, I I gain a lot of clarity and I just talk to myself about life. And it's very boring, but you know, miscalculating this smoke and cloud. I don't want to create tangents. Uh, Pro said, I'm glad you pulled through the gloomy times, even though right now you haven't reached your goal. This is part of the journey where it becomes more enjoyable. Yeah, it is, man. It is, and I'm enjoying the little people that support me here and there, like that give the video a like. I mean, if there are like 7 people that are always encouraging you and like you have 7 people you rely on a lot, like it's gonna keep you going. Like if there's one person that believes in you and is always showing support, And that's more than enough. And the way the internet works is that it will eventually reward you for like the effort you put in. So yeah, I'm not at all worried. So you just have to keep going. It's just the case. Um, wait, let me see. Man, you said Huawei. Okay, Huawei. Huawei. Okay, okay. Huawei. Okay, I guess that's it. Huawei. What language is that? Is that like the first time I saw the phone, I thought it was like made because the first time I saw the phone brand, I was in secondary school. I think I was like 14 or 15. So I thought the phone was actually made in Hawaii. I thought the phone was made in Hawaii. I feel good. Yeah. You said it runs petal. What's that? What's petal? So yeah, I can see what you mean. It looks like it's daytime there. Yeah, sunlight. Yeah, I have really good lights, and they are able to last quite a while. So okay, so H is silent. Oh, H is silent. Okay, so it's just called Huawei. Wow. Well, I didn't know that, man. You know, one thing that always pisses me off about English is the fact that like there'll be letters in a word, and then um, there'll be letters in a word, and then the letters are not doing anything there. It's like they're just taking up free rent. You know, they're like those friends that will just like that like those there are family members that are just in your house, but they are not contributing anything. That's how those letters are to me. Like knife. Like why is there K in knife? For goodness sake. I mean, I don't know a lot about linguistics, but like it just feels weird. Maybe there's a linguistic explanation for it, but it just feels it's just a bit annoying to be honest. There's a K in knife. Why, man? What's that about? So like based on the rendering, you kind of have to be careful about the line weight for something like this. Yeah, I'm not gonna make my clouds that complex, man. My smoke, I mean. I probably should, like realistically, like render it properly. But I sort of like get the gist of what he's doing. Uh yeah, I said, yeah, me too, bro. Petal search instead of all right. So it's a search engine as well. Okay, it's like Google. Petal search instead of Google, and Huawei store instead of Play Store. Oh my goodness. Oh, Huawei store. Oh, if anything, I learned how to pronounce Huawei today. I didn't know it was I didn't know the H was silent. Pretty annoying if you ask me. Oh my, I've made a mistake. I've made the mistake that every artist makes. I'm drawing on a layer that I'm not supposed to. I'm drawing on a layer that I'm not supposed to. Yeah, it's coming out a bit. here and there. It'll pop. It will look good when I'm done. It's just gonna take a little bit. Teresa uh, Maya said, I know what you mean. Even the word color. Why is there a U? Right? Exactly. But I think like in America they remove the U, they pronounce it just color. They just like pronounce it like COLOR. I think that's how it's spelled in America. But like British, they add the U. They do add the U. And man, you said I used to call Hawaii too. Exactly, like it's obvious. Like it's obvious. Like it's obvious. Like that's the first thing like you think of, right? If it's not a popular brand, not many people would think. It's just the same way like in Nigeria we call Peugeots. We call the Peugeot brand, I think it's a German car. We call it Peugeot instead of like Peugeot. Like I think that's the right way to pronounce it. I think Peugeot. We call it Peugeot. It's very funny, Peugeot. um, Teresa, I said I'm going to sleep. It's very late in my country. Glad I found your channel. Your drawings are amazing and you're so nice. I'll subscribe to watch your stream next time. Oh, thank you, Teresa. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for spending time with us. Thank you so much. Good night. Have a nice night rest. It's quite late here, so um, and I'll soon be done with the drawing. So thanks for stopping by. Um, all right. Oh my. Look at that. My goodness. Mine said, I'm still awake because at 3 a.m. is okay. Wait. What? I'm still awake because at 3 a.m. Siri time starts for me. Oh wait, Siri just stood up. Sorry, I didn't mean you, Siri. My my Siri activated. My Siri activated. You said Siri time starts the time for you, and you have to keep your fast. Oh, are you Muslim? Are you Muslim, man? Uh, you guys, it's fasting like this period for you guys as well, right? Yeah, he said, but also this stream is very interesting and nice. I'm glad I found you. Thanks, man. I'm glad I've made a new friend as well today. I'm glad I've made a new friend as well. Um, you guys do fast for like 12 hours or like I think I heard that some people in some places fast for 18 hours even or 16 hours. I follow a streamer. His name is Saeed. He most times he talks about like during the live stream when he's like watching a match. Um, he talks about the fasting. He's fasting, and most times because of the fast that he has been fasting all day, he has to eat during the stream because I believe there's like a window of like time to like eat before you then like fast again. I think. Um, he said. Um, He said, or like Zo, but like a J and Z sound together. Sorry, what were we talking about? I forget. I forget. I forget. What were we talking about? Um, Okay, he said the fasting is different depending on the season, and it's 30 days or 29 days, depending when we see the moon. Oh yeah, okay, the pigeons, yeah, Paju, or like Zo, but like a J and Z sound together. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, so we just pronounce it pigeons. That's so funny. Paggio. Paggio. Like why are they writing it like? I guess like where you come from. I guess that's what like that's when you developed a national product and then that national product suddenly becomes international. You're not going to change the name simply because of international audiences. The international guys will have to like adapt to your to your product. um yeah. He said, oh yeah, I get, yeah, I knew, I figured out that it was the carne we're talking about. He said we eat at a set time and stop, so now we eat at 3 a.m., and as the days progress we get a little extra time. Oh, yo, I didn't know about that. Because we do fast. Like most of like we do fast at the end of the year sometimes. And sometimes at the beginning of the year we do fast. It's not usually compulsory, but a lot of churches do fast. So like they will fast for like 12 hours or something like that. It's not as complex as you guys' own. You guys' own is quite unique. Because ours we will just do like we could just say like we'll do like a 20-day fast or 21 days fast or like a 40-day fasting. Um, Depending on like whatever we are following, and we do that, and then we break the fast in the church. We break the fast in the church and then like go back home and eat proper food, and then in the morning we start again. um that's how we do ours. Because during the stream Said said he said that because someone came on stream and said that theirs is around, it's like 18 hours, because I think it took time before they saw the moon or something like that. um and I think it was in Australia or something, so they had to spend more time fasting. So it's quite interesting. uh uh Pro said, guys, I gotta go. I gotta dip for today. I'll be back tomorrow. See y'all. Yeah, thanks, bro. Thanks for spending so much time with me again. I'll soon be done myself. I'll soon be done, to be honest. Um, I'll soon be done. But thanks again, man. Thanks for staying with me. I appreciate it. And have a nice day again at school tomorrow. You guys are going to school tomorrow, probably activities, because it's the weekend. You might have school activities. I did have school activities a lot sometimes, even on weekends. Quite frustrating, but it happened. Um, Manu said, so example, we eat 3 and stop at 4. We get a few minutes extra the next day. We break fast at 6:27 now, and today will be 6:26. At the start of it, it was 6:47. So some days it goes down 1 minute, some days 2 minutes. Oh, really? Yo, that's quite confusing. That's quite confusing. So like it could change daily, right? It's what you mean. It could change daily. uh, he said, oh, that's a unique fast too. I didn't know about that. Yeah, we do it, man. Like I don't want to say it's unique. It's not that unique, to be honest. It's pretty simple. Like you just wake up in the morning, you don't eat until like evening, right? And then you break the fast at church. Like we go to church to break the fast, and then that's it. Uh, yeah, but that's how we like fast. And then you could do like individual fasting. Like we do individual fasting. Like me, I do try to fast because sometimes I find myself adding weight, and then I just like try to fast like personally. And you could do that, and then you could do like personal, like proper religious fasting on your own if you want. So like my dad did fast on his own um, when I was younger, and he still does. He still does till today. So he's just fasting on his own. Um, um, okay, he said we eat and keep fast between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. and break it at 6 p.m. Oh my God. And a little after. Oh my goodness, that's a long fast, you know. You said, can you eat or drink during the fast though? No, you don't eat during the fast. Like you eat like after the fast. Like okay, so like today now, like in 24 hours, right? We'll say like we're in a fasting period. So between now and like the end of the month, during the fasting period, we'll so when we wake up, like let's say you wake up around like 5 a.m. or 6 a.m., and then you begin fasting, like you don't eat throughout the day, right? You eat until the only time you eat it's around like 6 or 7 p.m. In the evening. So you'll be at church then, and then at church you then do like a service or something, and then we break our fast with like a communion. So and wine, I think wine. They called it wine though. Most times they just overwater. They just add too much water to the drink. Anyways, um, uh, they just give us like strawberry juice or something like that, and then we take it, and then we then go back home, and then we eat for the day. So we eat just once, and then we fast till the next day again. So most times it could be 13 14 hour fast. Oh, okay. You said it's the same for us to no eating and drinking. Although there are most times people drink, some people do drink sometimes. Um, drink water, right? Um, it just depends on like the church you are going to, and what the pastor says or something like that. What the pastor says. So that's just what it depends on. But of course, like I said, people can like decide to fast on their own. Like they could do like it could be religious or not, like not the fasting for weight loss, like the one I usually do, or like it could be like a religious fast. Maybe you're waiting on something and you just decided to like fast and pray for that thing for a certain period of time. So uh, there are people that do that one. My dad did fast a lot, so and he does fast a lot. I personally fast because of like if I'm feeling constipated or weird in my stomach, I just fast. Um, so I'll feel good. So I just fast for like 18, 14 hours, and then I feel alright at the end. Probably do it for like 3 days or something, and then I'll feel alright by the end. He said the food isn't a problem, but when it's hot, then I get thirsty fast. Yeah, yeah, when it becomes like humid and then your body is losing water, right? And then you become very thirsty, and then you just become very introverted. You become very introverted and you won't talk a lot. You just be silent, and like so that you can conserve your energy, especially if you are working. You need to conserve your energy so that you don't collapse or anything like that. um yeah, experience the same thing as well. experienced the same thing as well. Said, yo, that's long. It's similar to ours then. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I think we're looking good. Look at that. So it just looks like he did like an explosion to somewhere or something, and then there's smoke around him, and he's basically aura farming. He's basically aura farming. What was I thinking when I picked this drawing? You know, I underestimated the debris and the what do they call it? All this smoke stuff around him. I underestimated that. I mean, I can do it like on my own, but I just kind of want to stay consistent with his style. That's why I don't want to like stray too far from the drawing. The way he details smoke, because like once I experience it, I'll be able to like talk about it because I'll try and make a video on it, on the videos, on the experience rather. Yeah, this is looking like to take a while. I think I'll just probably do this debris later. I can't lie. Um, it said, uh, I'm gonna okay, say, I'm gonna leave, bro. My series starting now. Yeah. Have a nice day, man, and good luck on the fasting. Say, what time are you streaming next? I'll join the next stream too. I stream. I stream 11 a.m. 11 p.m. Western time. So like, I guess that's like what 2 hours ahead. You guys are like 2 hours ahead, right? So that would be 11, 12, 1. That'll probably be around like 1 a.m. for you. Um, yeah, I'm trying to do something where I just stream like I tried like to stream earlier, but I'm really busy during the day sometimes. So and I haven't like built enough momentum so I can stream earlier in the day. So, but that will come. But usually I just stream around this time, not this time particularly, but like 11 a.m., 11 p.m. I mean, every day. So I'll join 12 p.m. then. Yes, bro. Yeah, 12 p.m. Sounds good. Thanks, man. Have a nice day and have a successful fast, bro. Uh, and love to your family as well. Bye, bro. I really enjoyed this stream. Yeah, I enjoyed it as well. Thank you. You guys made it fun for me as well. Thanks, man. Have a nice day. I'll see you. I think I'll end this stream here as well. Um, yeah, every single person. Thank you for coming, guys. Thank you for like spending the day with me and just chatting with me, and even those like just watching. Thank you guys for showing up. I really appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. Uh, yeah. Yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Let me let me just do a quick shout out to every single person that came. Um, what's going on? Yeah, shout out to Irene. Shout out to Macy Fernandez for showing up. Thank you so much. Shout out to Manu. Thanks, man. Have a successful fast. Shout out to Ismail Gamer. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. on the stream and making it fun. Thanks, Pro, Professional Noob the Pro. Thank you, man. Hope you have a great weekend as well. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to Trudy. Thank you so much, man, for showing up and complimenting me about my inking. Thank you so much. And Jesu Blade, thanks for showing up too as well. Um, and who else? Thanks to Berries Adam, Berries Adam. Yeah, thank you for showing up to the stream again. Who else? 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 Oh yeah, Teresa. Thanks, Teresa, for staying up late for the stream. Thanks as well. Thank you so much. And yeah, that's all. That's everyone. Thank you so much. And those in the background as well. Thank you. I hope you have a nice day. I'll see you in the next stream. I'll try and complete this on my own time so that I start a new drawing in the next stream. And I'll see you guys soon. Have a nice day.